So in 2021, we've had one Nintendo Direct so far, and it has outlined really the first half of what to expect on the Nintendo Switch in terms of new games for this year. However, according to a new Bloomberg report, we have a lot more coming that is unannounced, and this is actually lining Nintendo up to potentially have their best financial year ever, according to this report, and this suggests that we may get the big blockbuster games that are rumored and speculated upon announced sooner rather than later. What is up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now guys, today we have some exciting Nintendo Switch news to report on, and that is due to a recent Bloomberg article that basically outlines that Nintendo has a lot of stuff that they have not yet revealed to the public to come in the year of 2021, and today we first got to read through the article so we can see the claims that they're actually backing up, and then I want to turn it into some conversation around what titles we may see unveiled this year that will back up the kind of crazy hardware sales and software sales that they are reporting to have in the financial year of 2021. So we got a bunch of exciting stuff to cover, but the first thing we got to do is read through the article. Nintendo Co. is gearing up for record software and Switch sales in the coming year, a much stronger performance than investors are projecting, according to the company's partners and suppliers. Kyoto-based Nintendo is planning for sales of its signature Switch game console to be flat or slightly higher in the fiscal year ending in March 2022, boosted by the introduction of a version with an OLED display, according to executive at allies including component suppliers, software publishers, and retailers. Analysts have forecast console sales would decline next year. A series of marquee game releases is expected to drive software sales next fiscal year to 250 million units, far more than the record 205 million units forecast for the current year, according to the partners and suppliers, speaking anonymously as the plans are not public. Analysts have also projected software sales would fall next year. Nintendo plans to release a revised version of the Switch in the latter half of this year with a larger and better display as well as upgraded graphics when the hybrid console is plugged into a TV set, Bloomberg News has reported. The company makes some of the biggest blockbuster games on its platform, which contribute significantly to profit and also spur hardware adoption. Much of this year's lineup of new games remains unannounced. So obviously a couple big takeaways from this article are that we are absolutely expecting some form of a Switch revision towards the back half of this year, and I think Nintendo is obviously going to set that up with a huge blockbuster lineup of new games that people will want to run on the Pro version of the Switch or whatever they end up calling it. So now the big thing is that they have a bunch of games that are unannounced according to this article, which leads me to believe that whatever upcoming directs that we might see from Nintendo, whether that be a Zelda 35 focused direct like I am still predicting, or even just whatever they do around the E3 time window like your June and July, if they do another general direct, I think that's whenever we see Nintendo really pull the gloves off and show us everything that they have coming towards the back half of 2021, because obviously, you know, the pandemic did affect them significantly, and there was probably a number of different releases that would have already come out in 2020 if it was not for all the work from home mandates and things like that. So according to this report, we have a bunch of exciting news to look forward to from Nintendo, hopefully many of which titles will be like Zelda games like I'm predicting, and you guys can check out my other content around what speculation I think we will see for The Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary, which I do not believe that Skyward Sword HD is all we are getting in terms of that anniversary, but that is one of the titles that we can look forward to that we know to be announced, but I think there's more coming. And then the only other games we have really to, you know, expect as far as big blockbuster system sellers is we obviously have the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes set to release at the back half of this year that we do know to expect, and we have Pokemon Legends Arceus that is set for the beginning part of 2022. And I think that, you know, what Nintendo is going to surprise us with, and one of the big system sellers towards the back half of this year that I am predicting will be Breath of the Wild 2. Now there's a chance it comes out in 2022, but I don't think they launch it alongside Pokemon Legends Arceus, and that's already set for the first half of 2022 or even the early part of 2022. So do they release those two titles just a couple months apart? Probably not. I would much likely predict Breath of the Wild 2 to actually be a November release and really target the holiday season, and then try to launch it alongside the Switch Pro to push out that next level hardware sales and software sales like they're talking about in this report. Another big title that I think that we can look forward to on the Switch this year, and one that will potentially launch alongside of the console revision, would be like a Mario Kart 9, because obviously Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was one of the biggest software sellers of all time on the Nintendo Switch, and I think Nintendo knows that that's still just a ported version of a Wii U game with some new, levels and skins and different things and different characters added in, but they really haven't done a new from the ground up Mario Kart in so many years now that I think Mario Kart 9 is absolutely around the corner. We'll probably get some kind of Mario Party game. I mean, they're going to flood the market with a bunch of different big system seller titles when this revision gets officially announced, and hopefully we can find out what a lot of these games are going to be at the Nintendo Direct that we see around the E3 time window. June to July seems like when all of the big companies are going to be holding their major news events according to the most recent reports. So let's see what happens. I would love to know what your guys' predictions are in terms of if we will see a Switch Pro in 2021 or if it'll be pushed to 2022, and then also kind of which games you're expecting Nintendo to come out and unveil to go ahead and sell this new console. So I am going to create a community poll, so make sure you go in there and cast your vote, and then also leave me your thoughts in a comment down below before you leave the video so we can get a back and forth conversation started around what kind of titles we can expect for the end of 2021 and into 2022 for the Nintendo Switch. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out on this video if you enjoyed it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation,